Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon, E3 2017, Day 3, with your host, Peaceburger 2448 and Rampant Epsilon. I honestly don't know if we're going to have a Day 4.
I don't either. It's kind of a small Day 3.
Yeah. I think it's because a lot of the showroom floor stuff that people are covering is a lot of what we've already seen and talked about on the show. So, like, everything from the press conferences and from the Treehouse. Like, I think there was a 3DS game on the Treehouse today that we haven't seen, and that was it. Otherwise, it was Splatoon 2 and ARMS stuff. And it's all stuff we've seen before, I believe. Because it was the ARMS Invitational, the Splatoon Invitational, and the Pokken Tournament was today as well. Which apparently MatPat was in. And they called him a Twitch personality, and I'm like, excuse me, he's a YouTube personality. He doesn't stream on Twitch. Just want to clarify there. So yeah, we got a series of articles to talk about. Just little smaller games and some little bit of information that's come out. One thing that didn't come out of E3, but is still worth talking about because it's kind of cool. So first up, you remember Until Dawn? That little not David Cage game, but still kind of felt like the similar vein and a lot of people liked.
Yeah.
Well, the folks behind Until Dawn are making another game similar to it, except it's got a little bit of cooperative play to it. Hidden Agenda essentially has you and your friends controlling decisions of a homicide investigation or homicide investigator and a district attorney. And essentially, you can play the single player or cooperative. The single player is just you playing it normally as you played like Until Dawn. But if you play it cooperatively, you have 4 friends on phones helping to make the decisions alongside you. So you're all kind of voting on what decision you want made. And there's a function called Hidden Agenda in the game. No title and all. But apparently, secret information gets put to one of the players, and that person has to convince all the other players to go along with their decision. So kind of like the mole from ABC back in the day. Anyone remembers that reality TV show? But it sounds pretty neat. And I'm surprised. I swear the love for Until Dawn was kind of like, it was there, but no one really talked about it unless you talked to certain people about it. Like, it wasn't as pronounced as other games usually are. But the neat thing is, the reason they did this is because they saw that a bunch of people were streaming Until Dawn with other people besides the one person playing the game. Essentially, be one person and a group of friends playing the game and making decisions. They went, oh, why don't we make a game tailored to that? Which is kind of a neat. So, yeah. Well, we got a little bit of sad news next, though. Oh. Apparently, the Mighty Number 9 devs, they got bought out. By Level 5, actually. But the studio's not going to be called Level 5 Concept, or Concept. It's a bit of an odd word. Nothing yet. But their first project is going to be a mobile game called Dragon Colonies, which is set for next year. Red Ash might see the light of day because of this buyout. Along with many other projects, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, one game and they automatically had to be bought out. Shows you kind of how bad Mighty Never 9 went over.
Yeah. And to be fair, kind of deserved it.
Yeah. That was not a good game.
Oh well.
Well, and even, well, what was going to be worser news, but not as worse now, but we're talking game lingo here, so maybe not. We were talking when Monster Hunter World got shown off during the Sony press conference that it kind of screwed over the Switch. Well, we were all under the assumption that Double Cross was coming to the US. That's not a given anymore because it might not. Essentially.
Well, it might not be localized.
Yeah.
Because I am going to point this out, even using eShop and buying it digitally, I can, and I am actually right now on the Japanese eShop on my Switch.
Anything interesting?
Surprisingly, it's relatively close to what we've got. Like, there's a few in there, but not a lot.
Well, I'm not super surprised. It's not like there's any exclusive games or big exclusive games in Japan yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they're not bringing Double X to the US, but shoot. The stats guy I follow on Twitter was pointing out how it's probably due to low sales in North America and Europe, why they're not bringing this over, and why Monster Hunter World is what they're bringing to the US for Monster Hunter. Because it's more westernized or made for the West, which Jared, I believe, went hands-on with it. He hasn't put his video up yet for it, I don't think, but he has zero interest in Monster Hunter Double Cross now since he got his hands on Monster Hunter World, according to him on Twitter. So if a big Monster Hunter fan of like him is saying that, it might be a good thing we're not getting Double Cross because it not be good for it anyway if Monster Hunter World's coming to the US.
True.
It still sucks because it's like, hey, big cool Monster Hunter game for the Switch, and now it's trumped by the PlayStation 4 one. Because there was an up for the Switch, and now it's not an up anymore, which sucks. Because the Switch needs titles like that to, survive and prosper, and that's one off the list now. We do have an article talking about the Sony crossplay. Literally titled, "Here's why Sony won't let PlayStation crossplay with Switch and Xbox One."
Before we move into it, got a question.
What?
There's some. Didn't we get an announcement that Dragon Quest was going to be on our eShop too for the Switch? Like 1 and 2? Like
Maybe?
a while back?
I don't remember. It might have been a quick thing out of Direct, so I don't remember.
Well, I just happened to think about that, and it's like, I saw it on the Japanese one, but I don't remember ever hearing about it coming to ours. Like, that would probably be the biggest thing that we would be able to say anything about being different between the two right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that it's set identical, that it's literally just a translation between the two eShops.
Yeah, and it's not full Japanese either. I assume, because that was what I was reading.
It's mostly, but not full.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, wow, that actually is a big difference right there then. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could have sworn we covered that here a while back though.
We probably did. Well, back to the article. Apparently, Jim Ryan, from Global Head of Sales and Marketing, gave a silly answer. Oh joy, we haven't had a really dumb thing at E3 this year. So the quote is, we got to be mindful of our responsibility to our install base. Minecraft, the demographic playing that, you know as well as I do, it's all ages, but it's also very young. We have a contract with the people who go online with us that we like, that we look after them, and they are within the PlayStation curated universe. Exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after, it's something we have to think about very carefully. Excuse me?
So, hold on here. Hold on here. Let's just break his whole concept there. They have no rights to govern what goes on in online play, hence why the ESRB has every game developer state that online play might not follow the ratings.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is they're perfectly fine with children getting online playing Call of Duty with that toxic environment, but they're not willing to let them be online with other people their age on other consoles.
Yes.
Where they still have no influence, just the same as they do with the Call of Duty community or any other toxic community like that.
Yes. Also, as the article points out, Nintendo does this and they all about the family friendly internet environment. And they're okay with this. I'm glad we got one stupid thing this year. One really dumb quote from a dumb for the dumb thing. But there's more. It's certainly not a profound philosophical stance we have against this. We've done it. We've done it in the past. We're always open to conversations with any developer or publisher who wants to talk about it.
No, you're obviously not, because we got not one but two games announced at E3 with cross-platform play that Sony's not a part of.
Well, cross-platform play with everything but you. Literally you.
Because Minecraft, literally every iteration except for the Java edition, which is the mainstream one for PC, and the PlayStation 1, will have cross-platform. Rocket League, everything but Sony will have cross-platform play.
I'm just internally happy. It's like, yay! Someone was dumb during E3 and gave a dumb quote about a thing that this could be. You could have a more reasonable answer than PR bullshit. Granted, we're talking to somebody from sales who is the master of PR bullshit. So, I don't think anyone's surprised we got a PR answer.
I think what's more surprising is that Sony didn't try to make sure he had a believable answer.
Yeah, because this isn't believable for fucking.
Because this is a scripted answer. It's too technical.
Yep.
So that tells me that at least one other person at Sony knew this was going to be said. Idiots.
Idiots, a lot of them. Well, you ready to talk about Call of Duty?
By the way, I did not intentionally mean to throw Call of Duty out there when I said that.
Well, we have an actual article to talk about Call of Duty then.
Yeah, that was just kind of the first one that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not uncommon for you to run into kids playing Call of Duty and have talk that is worse than some adults that play shooters.
Mm-hmm. So, we have details on Call of Duty World War II's headquarters social space. It's similar to Destiny's Tower, essentially. You gather in this area along with a bunch of other players for a bit of downtime between battles and lets you show off your customized character in gear. 48 players can come together in a living world where you can compete in new ways like our 1v1 or shoot-offs in our virtual firing range that now become a living firing range.
So let's get this train straight here. Call of Duty was its own style of the FPS genre.
Yep.
Over the years, it decided to adapt some of Bungie's Halo concepts.
Yep.
And now here we are in this one where they're yet again copying something of Bungie's. Are we sure that they just don't have this big infatuation with Bungie?
Maybe. Depends on the dev team we're talking about. Remember, there's 3 dev teams working on Call of Duty year-round. Apparently, Graining and Prestige said will have a lot more fanfare in this with this new headquarters thing. And okay, wait, you all right? They're calling it Prestige Overwatch. You go up on a cliff above the whole headquarters, and you prestige in front of the whole community, and you celebrate. Why? Why? Why?
So that we can breed cocky people. Because that's literally what this is going to boil down to.
That, or you're just gonna have someone. It's just gonna become a line of just people doing it, and no one literally cares outside of fucking hurry up so I can do it myself. Oh my god.
You know, if you're not an MMO, you shouldn't try to act like one.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that Starline game from Ubisoft's press conference, that's not coming out until next year. I don't know if we had a release date at the press conference, but yeah, that's not coming out until next year. So maybe it will be better designed by then. Oh, and I took a look at the release dates for all of those Nintendo Amiibo that got announced. They are scattered all throughout fall of this year.
So wait, we have release dates for the Amiibos?
Yeah, they're on the Amazon page.
Okay.
The
Is it like set dates, or does it look like end
dates.
of month or end of quarter dates?
It's set dates. The 4 Fire Emblem Amiibo, or not 4 Fire Emblem, 4 Zelda Amiibo and the 2 Fire Emblem Amiibo are coming out at the end of the year. Literally the end of the year on December 31st.
Oh, so that's just a quarter date.
The others are specific, like the Koopa and Goomba are September.
So that'll probably be when Superstar Saga comes out.
Yeah. The Metroid one has a release date of October, I think. So you're October or November.
So there's the Metroid 2 remake.
Nope, September 15th. I might have had dates backwards. The Koopa and Goomba one are coming out October 6th. And now I get the fun of refinding all of them on Amazon. Hang on. And of course, I get fucking fidget spinners out the fucking ass while I'm trying to find Amiibo. And none of those are what I'm looking for. God Christ. Ah, Jesus. And now I get all the cards, and I'm not getting what I want.
Did you already say the Metroid one?
Yep, I already said the Metroid one. September.
Yeah, September 15th.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Odyssey ones.
For that to be oddly specific like that, it has to be the release date.
I would assume so.
Which is funny.
Finally found it. Jesus. October 27th. That's at least the release date for the 3-pack. Let me check one of the singles real quick. I assume 27th as well. Yep, October 27th. Like I said, there are very specific release dates on Amazon for all 13 Amiibo, even though Nintendo's not set a release date yet, unless it's in the cabinet for them, but I didn't catch a release date in the cabinet video I've seen.
Well, the only ones that aren't are going to be the Champion Amiibo because you said the 31st of December. Yeah, that's
Those
not going to be a
Fire
thing.
ones. Yeah, they're both 31st.
So that just means that we're going to be getting it sometime fourth quarter.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks, because that's 2 I want, and I guess they don't have a release date now. What's going to be really bad is with these 6 Amiibo, I'm going to have to rethink my pattern at the moment. Because right now, it's essentially all of the Smash Amiibo are on the risers with a couple thrown in there, depending on the figure, and a few on the side, on each side. I might have to take all those extras down, so it's all Smash on the risers, and then extras down around the sides and in front. God, if they make more Fire Emblem Amiibo, my wallet's going to cry. I'm going to have to rock my wallet to sleep every night. So yeah, Call of Duty's doing a thing that is kind of dumb. I'm not surprised. Call of Duty does a lot of dumb things sometimes. It just happens.
Call of Duty at times is a lot of dumb.
Mm-hmm. Well, in better news, kind of, we have fun mystery things we can do with Assassin's Creed Origins while we wait on it to be released. Apparently, in the image pictured in the article from the Ubisoft press conference, there is a secret message hidden in the hieroglyphics. So if you can read hieroglyphics, you can read what the secret message is. I don't know what the secret message is. One person in the comments has this kind of making sense. It's apparently a riddle. Hell without sin. I'll read this out. All the old paintings on the tombs, they do the sand dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, oh way oh, they're falling down like a domino. All the bizarre men by the Nile, they got the money on a bet. This is sounding like a goddamn song. Oh, you son of a bitch! I just realized what he posted. You asshole! That's not a solution. It's a damn Walk Like an Egyptian song. I started to scroll down and I'm like, wait a minute, these are song lyrics. Oh, you mother. Okay, so it's not that. Thank you, commenter, for trolling the fuck out of me. I appreciate that. Literally looking like an idiot on the show, which isn't that hard. I do that all the time. Okay, so do you want to take a guess?
I wouldn't begin to know.
I assume the Assassin's Creed A with the eye symbol is a break, possibly, in the sequence. Because I believe you read hieroglyphics from up to down and left to right, I believe is how we're supposed to read this. And I assume it's from the full row to full row, or full column to full column, not the half columns, I assume. Since we can't see the full images on the half columns. Even then, it might be a repeated sequence. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's not a repeated sequence, but I assume we're not supposed to read that half column unless we're supposed to figure out what the fuck those half symbols are based on all the symbols we have access to in the full columns. Because there may not be anything new in those half columns. Yeah, I can't read hieroglyphics.
Wait, the whole thing's not the message. There's repetition.
Is it?
Uh-huh. The third column that we see and the last column we see are the same columns.
Are they? Are they just
Yeah.
offset slightly?
Yeah, they're offset.
Oh.
They're offset enough to where it don't look like it. But they're the exact same ones. I wonder if it's something to do with the light pattern.
Possibly.
Like maybe you're supposed to read it in a diagonal.
I don't know. I leave it. I'll leave this to the people who spend way too much time on this kind of stuff.
Because that don't make any sense why there's repetition.
Mm-hmm.
And not every column is set up like that. Because the second and fifth columns are the same, but slightly offset. So it's not identical repetition either.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm assuming that that squiggly line is a sentence break, maybe, or some type of like break in the translation that you're supposed to accept.
Or that's a replacement of a different symbol.
Possibly. What if that center image with the Assassin's Creed logo is supposed to be in like Brotherhood, maybe? Like maybe that's like a keyword? Or that's the title of the game and you can use that as a keyword to solve the rest of it.
Possibly.
I'm applying some Gravity Falls logic here, folks. Keywords and solving riddle nonsense is all sorts of fun in Gravity Falls, which I didn't do because I got into Gravity Falls super late when all that shit was solved. Like, maybe. Because you have a squiggly line above the guy, and you have a squiggly line below the... whatever the fuck that is. The snake, the two-headed snake, the bump in the road, the whatever you want to call that symbol. I don't know. I got nothing. I figured I'd just throw this in here for funsies. It's like, hey, here's something that you folks can solve that love to do this kind of stuff. Have fun. It may not be worthwhile by the end.
Well, that is odd. That is odd.
Yeah. Well, shall we end on Sonic before we talk press conferences?
Yes.
Well, we got a new trailer for Sonic Forces, and it confirms that not only will I guess the Sonic be teaming up with himself and your Sonic OC, and I assume his friends.
Come on, GameSpot. You in the freaking video. Completely locked the page down when I went to it.
Well, I guess you'll be teaming up against a who's who of Sonic villains. Like, I'm just gonna skip to the end of the trailer where they're all lined up.
It was Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic, and
that
guy
the guy from Lost World.
Yeah, Lost World.
And you have the new villain, who someone made a reference to Super Saiyan Rose from Dragon Ball Super, considering the aura and stuff, and I'm like, God damn it. Of course. Next you're gonna tell me there's a fucking fucking supersonic blue, or like the super mode for the OC character is blue. If it is, I'm done. I'm done. I can't handle these fucking DBZ meta references.
But you know, okay. The custom character, I can understand how they can write that in.
Yes.
All the villains are modern Sonic villains. Like, Metal Sonic's the only one that has any ties to classic Sonic. And even then, he's really appeared more with modern Sonic 2, so...
Well, at least it's the classic Sonic design for Metal Sonic.
It's one of those, it's like, So why is classic Sonic here exactly? Like, I'm not complaining, but why?
Well, you see, we can't do multiple Eggmans because we already did that already. Otherwise, we'd be grabbing like Robotnik and
Well, okay,
those goons.
no, because technically they could still do multiple Eggmans because of the way Generations ended.
Okay. Also, there's only the appearance of regular old Eggman. There is no appearance of Robotnik or a second one so far.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Also, I have one question about this. Why the fuck is Shadow on the villain side?
Because Sega loves to, at random, wipe his memory of everything. So I'm sure that's probably what's playing into this.
Okay, so if we're doing Shadow as a villain for this game, why are we also not doing Knuckles, since he technically started as a villain as well?
Because Knuckles has been more good guys since that kind of deal. I mean, if you think about it, Shadow was kind of a anti-hero in Adventure 2. His game on his own, he was kind of dealing with the whole memory loss deal again. Heroes is, if we take that into continuity, for all we know, this could be a different Shadow than the ones we've experienced thus far.
Okay, if this is multiple fucking Shadows, I'm done. If we have multiple Shadows in this game, I'm done. I don't need multiple Shadows.
We had them in Heroes.
Oh my god.
I mean, if we take that into canon, then technically this doesn't have to be the Shadow we've played before.
Also, where the fuck's Silver?
On the hero side. You didn't watch the trailer, I'm assuming.
Oh, is he on the hero side?
Yeah.
Where?
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
What's the time code for Silver's appearance?
It's more voice dialogue. So I don't
Really?
remember exactly.
Wait, the top trailer?
I don't know if they had it in. I doubt they had it in that one.
Okay. I was
It's
about to say, I don't remember any dialogue in the trailer I watched.
they pushed it through on the Switch, so I don't know if we've actually got that one in this article or not.
Okay, we probably don't.
But
Which
yeah,
is why I'm like, why is Silver not a villain? Oh, he's on the hero side? Fuck off! No one likes Silver. Fucking give him to the
actually,
villains. We could use the punching bag.
no, I don't think they did it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was looking to see if maybe it was in the trailer at the top, but apparently not.
The trailer at the top's the one I've seen that has no dialogue.
Yeah.
The one in the middle is GameStop's video covering Sonic Forces. I'm checking the third one. So, is Rouge on the villain side? Since Shadow's over there?
I don't think we had any dialogue. Yeah, it'll be this one.
Okay.
It'll be that third one. Apparently Team Chaotix from Heroes is there. Oh wow, that was early. I thought it was later in there.
Fuck. Oh my.
Yeah.
Why? Hi, Vector. Oh my god.
Yeah, so see, Heroes is apparently in continuity. 06 apparently is in continuity because Silver being there.
Is Blaze at least here? Is the good person who got shat on in 06 because you had to show up in that game and people think she's from that game and not one of the portable Sonic games in the trailer?
I do want to mention though, I'm already on board for this because of the fact of it does look like it's going to play just like Generations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest, the Sonic stories have all kind of had their flaws.
Yeah.
So that part I don't care too much one way or the other. But it does look like it's following the Generations playstyle. Which, that's good. We need that.
Mm-hmm.
We might actually get 2 good Sonic games.
Yay, 2 good Sonic games.
Instead of, well, whatever we can call Boom.
A really bad idea that birthed a really good meta show.
And apparently a good portable game.
Sure.
Because, like, the 3DS ones, everyone was like, this isn't bad. Which, for Sonic, that's actually good. I mean, when we look at 06, Black Knight, frick, what's the other one? The other motion control one. The one that Ty was playing.
7 Rings.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at those, the Wii U Boom one. Yeah, saying it ain't bad is actually saying it's good.
Yeah. At least Black Knight is decent. Apparently.
Decent. Better than Seven Rings.
It has the better supersonic transformation. Or supersonic S transformation. Because instead of getting angry, mad Sonic, you get Excalibur Sonic in gold armor, which is just dumb enough to work. Any other thoughts on the new Sonic?
I'm hoping it kind of keeps going this route in terms of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue part, I'm hoping they actually thought ahead and allow you to like cut that off or something, because that's gonna get annoying
Oh
really
yeah, because
quickly.
aren't they talking for most of that gameplay?
I
So I think,
saw the one on the Switch has a modern Sonic level, a classic Sonic level, and a custom character level. Guess which one had the least dialogue?
classic.
Nope.
Fuck me sideways. It's the OC.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's like,
Yeah, because I see people won't. The fucking Sonic cast won't shut the fuck up during the modern Sonic one,
I swear
and I'm
that's
like,
the
oh my.
I swear that's the only good thing about the way they did Generations. No one frickin' is talking repeatedly.
Yeah, they have their one appearance in that game, and that's really it for a lot of them.
Yeah,
Like the entirety of the Chaotix team is just like, hey, we're here, you saved us, thanks,
and it's
and
all
then they
text
fuck
bubbles.
off. Yeah.
It's all text bubbles. No dialogue.
Granted, I still love G's. The quote of G's when he rescues Amy, he's like, "Damn it, Amy!" Just super pissed. He went and rescued Amy.
Uh,
Because standard Amy is a bad character. Boom Amy, I think, is a good character in the show.
yeah.
How did we make Amy a better character in a spinoff?
Well, in what wound up being a spinoff, but was supposed to be the new looks for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can say what they want to. That was supposed to be where Sonic was supposed to be going, and it's like, well, that flopped.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah. I still want to know how we wound up with a TV show that did Sonic better than the games.
Because we have good writers on it making every goddamn meta joke in existence.
It's one of those out of all video game characters that really just need to focus on TV. Sonic is the number one.
Mm-hmm. Like I just don't get it. It's like there are so many digs at all of the it's so written like someone from the internet literally just went, I'm gonna write jokes for Sonic and it's all gonna be meta jokes about the franchise, and it just keeps happening. Because I keep seeing new clips that make those same kind of meta jokes, and I'm just like, what the who writes this? And some of these are some harsh digs at its own franchise.
Yeah. And that's actually the only Robotnik that is tolerable. Because, I mean, yeah, he still wants to kind of take over the world, but it's not as serious kind of deal. And he can actually get along with Sonic and the others, unlike in the games where it's like, oh, remember, you screwed me over. It's like, wow, how did we write the entire cast better in the show?
I think Robotnik in that game is how Bowser like normally is in the RPGs, where he's like, "Hi Mario, my plans got ruined. You want to team up to go take down the other bad guy?"
Yeah, but even with that, most of the time he's like, look, I can't do this unless we solve your problem first, so we'll solve your problem, then I'm still going to try this.
Yes.
Just letting you know.
Well, Bowser's is a very honest villain. He's like, "There's only one thing I want in this world. That's the one thing I want. You know that. I know that. When someone comes and screws with that, you and I take care of it. Then we go back to the status quo, because that's how this is." All right, let's talk Destructoid's survey, which I disagree with this on the huge gap that exists here in
Yeah, like that's my biggest problem. And especially seeing as how according or wait, I misread that actually, but still, according to the chart, Sony was like in the middle of them.
yeah, it's Nintendo, Ubisoft,
Microsoft
Microsoft, the PC gaming show, Sony, Bethesda, EA.
and EA. Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is more reflective of the interests or what
Interest
people
is.
like that go to Destructoid than it is the press conferences. So it's like, okay, a good bit of EA's press conference was sports, which of course it is. That makes them a lot of money, especially internationally with FIFA. Like FIFA is a multi-million-dollar franchise for them. $1 million franchise? Might be billion. I haven't looked at sales data for them, but yeah, FIFA does really good for them internationally. And I guess not that many people were interested in sports or racing or have any fate in Battlefront. Or what
Yeah, I
else was
mean,
there?
that's why I'm kind of like, you know, maybe taking in consideration how many games Microsoft showed off, I could still see EA probably coming in close to the bottom of the pack,
Yeah.
but not dead last.
No. God,
Like
I would not rate EA dead last.
like I feel like we got less out of Bethesda than we did out of EA.
Yeah. We literally got less out of Bethesda than anyone else. So I would rate them lower.
And PC gaming show that's kind of a mixed bag of stuff.
All I saw on Twitter was it took 40 minutes to intro a game. That docks serious points, in my opinion, already. Because no one did that on any other press conference. And I believe they also went over. No one went over, everyone went under expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone went under. PC Gaming Show was the only one that went over. So that docks some more points, in my opinion. So PC Gaming Show should be last.
But it did have some decent stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's like
So second to last.
the only reason that I'm kind of being a little harsh with Bethesda is because really, what did we get that was new out of them? A lot of it was kind of rehashing of the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, eh.
The only real new thing out of them was the new Wolfenstein. Everything else is either DLC for a game that's already out or talk about a game that has already been talked about before. Because Quake Champions isn't new. That's been talked about before at least twice that I remember. E3 last year and QuakeCon last year. And it might have been shown off more since then. So, like, nothing was really new there.
Yeah.
And, like, Sony would be higher than third from last.
Sony should have been right there behind Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, Microsoft had a lot of content, but when you take into consideration that it wasn't solely for their platform, it's like that kind of docks them a lot.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you've got a lot of cool games, but there's no reason for me to buy your new hardware. that
Yeah,
you were
you're
debuting.
yeah. That
Eh.
was the big thing with them. Uh, I am. I'm not surprised Ubisoft came in second. I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of people are weighing Ubisoft higher than everyone else because they had probably the biggest surprise out of anyone of the conferences, really, outside of Nintendo.
Yeah, because, I mean, Prime 4 kind of just hit, and then, like, within the same day, we also got the Metroid 2 remake announcement.
Within an hour
So,
of
yeah.
within an hour of the Metroid Prime 4 reveal, did we get Metroid Prime 2 remake. So literally people are like, fucking new Metroid games, fuck yeah.
Like,
I don't even, some people didn't even care if all we got for Prime 4 was a fucking title card.
heck, that title card alone has got me to the point where I'm like, yes, I'm playing Prime. I'm going to play the entire Prime trilogy. I
just
might even break down and just be like, you know what? I'm going to do it on the Wii U with the motion controls.
just let you know that that's how it felt with the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 now in development from like 3-4 years ago. Like all we got was what, a CG trailer, I think, for that.
I think so at that point.
Because I didn't think we get the gameplay trailer until like a couple of years after that. So yeah, that's how that felt. That felt. So once more, I empathize with people since I'm not that big of a Metroid fan. But I can go, yeah, I know why you're excited. It sucks when your franchise is essentially in the fucking void for years and you don't know what's going on. And you're like, something's supposed to be coming, and then it finally comes, and it's like, yay!
Well,
You're out of the void now.
see, I think everyone kind of figured Metroid was dead.
Yeah.
Because even though Federation Force didn't bomb, it didn't succeed either.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And as someone said on Twitter, uh, bear in mind, this is not correct. We haven't had a Metroid Prime or a Metroid game in 10 years. Well, we have sooner. It was just Other M and Federation Force.
We don't talk about Other M.
Exactly. That's why it's been 10 years since we've got a Metroid game.
And really, Federation Force is kind of just we're going to throw a multiplayer demo out there for you and have fun.
Yeah, that's more of a spin-off title than a proper Metroid game.
Yeah.
And then Other M it's bad. Go check out Game for Let's 101, the talk of the story of that game, and you understand why everyone hates it.
Other M is just a game that just happens to have the Metroid title attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how over the years everyone has gotten to feel about Star Fox Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game that just so happened to have the Star Fox title attached to it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo's got a bad habit of that.
Yeah. Hopefully Prime 4 is better. Hopefully we have good writing for Metroid again, which is an odd thing to say since
if
writing is not a big strong point for Metroid since there's very little dialogue.
if they gave it the Prime 4 part of it, it better have good gameplay slash story. Because really, that kind of goes synonymous.
Yeah. What I mean by writing, I mean like dialogue, and Metroid's not known for its dialogue because there really isn't dialogue. Like Metroid is a franchise that it's like there's the story is told visually more than audio wise.
I'm curious too, because this came out. The teaser of it came out the year of the co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna wind up seeing co-op elements in Prime 4? And
I
if
think.
so, how in the heck are we doing that?
All right, maybe not co-op, but what about trying to build a new hero alongside doing a Prime 4 for the Metroid franchise, so we have another character to possibly put in Smash besides Ridley?
Ridley for Smash. Sorry, it needed to be said. You said Ridley.
I know. Well, it's like, what other characters are there in the Metroid universe that aren't giant monsters or Samus?
Or from Other M.
Yeah.
Um. Um.
I was about to say, we can't count Dark Samus in this conversation because that's just a dark version of Samus. I'm talking about new characters.
And we kind of can't count the suit that was took over by the X Parasite because this is before that.
And that's still Samus.
Arguably.
In terms of an arsenal for a Smash game, yes.
Yeah. Well, plus, doesn't Samus actually have the fusion colors in Smash?
Yes.
So, therefore, we kind of can't really do that either.
I was about to say, she even has the armor that births Dark Samus to begin with as a color palette.
Yeah.
I was trying to find them all. Yeah, she even has Dark Samus's palette. She's got the armor that gave birth to Dark Samus, and the Dark Samus palette, and the anti-Dark Samus palette, the white armor from Corruption, I would say.
That's the only one of the three I've not played.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, the fusion suit is it's the light blue one, right?
It's the. I think so.
If it's the light blue one, it's the second one. I was about to say
It's not solid light blue though. If I'm
yeah,
not
it's
mistaken.
not solid light blue. It's light blue and yellow-ish, kind of like a light yellow.
It might not have. We might not have the fusion one in there then.
Hang on, let me pull up images. Yeah, that's the color they're going for. I'm looking at the fusion suit, the image of the fusion suit right now. Yeah, that's the correct palette. The light blue and yellow, yeah. Yeah, there's light yellow on there.
Yeah, but the helmet is the only thing that isn't properly represented.
Yeah, the visor's is not the right color, which is odd because there are different light colored visors on all of Samus's armors, or some of Samus's armors. Granted, I can't see the dark suit because it's hidden. The page cuts it off, so I couldn't see it. Yeah, there's at least 4 suits with different colored visors, counting the original, because the fusion, the gravity suit, and the pink one all have a blue visor, while original Samus and the green one have a green visor. I think the same green visor, maybe. I think the green one has a slightly less, like, a little bit of a darker green, so it doesn't have that white in it. Maybe. I'm taking a guess. But yeah, that could be an option. I mean, I don't think anyone would be against having more characters that would be good characters in the Metroid universe. Just saying. I mean, hell, it could just be another bounty hunter. It's not like every other character we've tried to establish in the Metroid franchise isn't a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Because all the characters you tried to establish from hunters were bounty hunters, and all of the other 4 characters from Corruption are hunters, and are bounty hunters as well. Oh, by the way, the Laser Hyper Battle video's out. I've seen the raw of it, and it doesn't do much for the current storyline besides, hey, here's some random adventure X8 went on to get laser digital copies of all the proto-gas hats? I don't know. I assume it's not that important. It just teases Kiryu coming back evil, except probably not. Also, I guess we have an explanation for where Kiryu's Bakusho bike come from. I assume it's the modified proto Bakusho bike X8 uses in the Hyper Battle video. That, or it's the proto Bakusho bike gas hat upgraded to a regular one by Kronos. Either explanation works in my opinion. Yeah, any other thoughts on the press conferences?
No.
I'll say what I said last night. They all did pretty good. They're all about same quality. I didn't really hate any of them. Granted, when I'm talking Nintendo, I'm talking Nintendo's Direct and Treehouse because I feel like they're supposed to go hand in hand, and I count them hand in hand since they are advertised hand in hand. So I don't just count the 26-minute direct they did. If I'm talking that, yeah, then Nintendo scored a little lower than everyone else. Yeah, you got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right, then. We're probably not going to be doing a show tomorrow, so tune in Friday for when we're playing a game in place of TGS because we'll have nothing to talk about Friday. Unless you want to hear me complain about Fire Emblem Heroes and how I'm not liking Fire Emblem Heroes now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just not. I have 3 5-star level 40 characters. I still have problems on like 5-star level 40 maps. I don't know why I am, because it's not like I'm doing bad tactics, considering the maps are heavily in the AI's favor. But like on the map for the world, the prologue or paralogue maps right now, on the 3rd one with the axe user, yeah, I can't beat that guy straight up. If I send him after him, he dies. Or not, yeah, Ike, a sword wielder against an axe wielder with weapon triangle advantage, mind you, still gets his ass handed to him.
Huh.
Then what the fuck am I supposed to do against that guy? Send Faye after him? Because Faye is 5-star level 40, but I don't think she can. But I don't think she can take him. I don't think. Like, I'm really getting sick of the imbalances in Fire Emblem Heroes. And it's really annoying me to no end. Because this just sucks all the fun out of the game. Also, the whole getting shit draws doesn't help either. Because I would like to have a Lucina at some point, and I am sure as hell not getting it from Tempest Trials because fuck grinding that shit out. Again, 3 5-star level 40s can't do much on 4-star level 35 maps. Because somehow I'm still getting my ass handed to me damage-wise. Still don't understand that part. Still don't understand that part at all. But anyway, we'll end off here, and we'll see you Friday.